Welcome to another day of our total self-love. What we're doing today, we're training our entire body. We're gonna target our core, our legs, our glutes, our arms, shoulders, everything. So what you need today is your kettlebell. You can use a dumbbell and substitute it this way, and you always need your water, and make sure that you are warmed up. It is a 20 minutes workout. So we are starting the timer now. And the first exercise is going to be a one-arm swing. We've done swings already, and what we do here, we're going to switch the arm, but always make sure that you can safely switch it. So the way you do it, start with 2 and do a couple of reps with 2 arms. When you're ready, start switching, and you switch at the highest position of your kettlebell. So as always, remember that with kettlebell swings, you're driving your kettlebell with your hips, not with your arms, but with your hips. So what you need to do, bend forward, hinge at your hips, and then drive your glutes forward. If it is hard to switch the kettlebell every time, you do 2 arms, 1 arm, 2 arms, and then you switch to 1 arm. The second one is a goblet squat to a floor touch. Place your feet wide apart and point your toes outwards. And then hold your kettlebell upside down, just like so. When you descend down, keep your back straight, shoulders back and down, and make sure that your knees are going the same direction as your toes. When you go really low, touch the floor with the kettlebell, bring it back up, stand up. And again, go down, touch the floor, and stand up. When you're standing up, really squeeze your glutes. Stand up by pushing the floor away from you. And keep breathing, straight back. And again. The main thing, toes and knees go in the same direction. Back is straight. Now we're doing one leg RDL, which is Romanian deadlift, to a press up. Start with your favorite side. I'm gonna start from the left one. And the way you do this one is, I'm gonna show from the side. The front standing leg is the working leg. The other leg goes behind you slightly to the side. Start hinging at your hips and drive your glutes behind you. Really feel the stretch on the back of the front leg. Then come up, bring your kettlebell to shoulder height, and do a press up. Reverse. And what you can do, you can bring the other arm to the side for the bear balance. When you're doing an RDL, make sure that you are driving your hips back. So you really need to feel that stretch on the back of your leg. And make sure that you stretch this muscle. So you're not doing this, you're driving hips behind you and stretch this muscle and bend at the same time. You need to feel all that stretch in your glutes and in your hamstrings. And now, we do the same thing on the other side. Make sure that this leg is holding all the weight. This leg is just there for support. So you go down, and then rotate, press up. Make sure that you hold your kettlebell towards the upper part of the handle. When you bring in that kettlebell above your head, make sure that your shoulder is away. So don't bring your shoulders to your ears. Keep your shoulders away, nice and tall. And as before, you can keep your arm to your side for a better balance. Well done. And now we're going down, and this exercise is going to be for our core. Bring your legs as wide as you can. And what you do here, we're gonna do 1 arm press up. Press, switch the side. Press, keep your back straight. What you do here, making sure that you're not rounding your back. And by eliminating our legs, because we're sitting down just like so, all the stabilization is happening in your core. Same principle. You're holding the kettlebell towards the upper part of the handle. Utilize your core. Engage all the muscles and keep working. Now, we're gonna go to the first exercise, which is a one-arm swing. And now I'm gonna do it from the side. So as before, straight back, utilizing glutes. The biggest mistake or the biggest issue which people have when they swing is the pain in the lower back. With swings, especially with one arm swing, try not to twist your body. If you twist, when you do two arms, you're just hinging and your body stays parallel to the ground. When you do one arm, you kind of start to rotate your body, but you have a better chance of hitting your leg with a kettlebell, and you are compensating. If you swing but still keep your body so you're bending forward even with one arm, you're not doing this, and that requires a lot more stabilization because your weight is in one arm only. It is on one side. Now, bring the kettlebell upside down and let's go into a goblet squat. So you sit down, touch the floor, and then come up. I'm gonna show you from the side as well. You're going into a goblet, touch the floor, push the floor away, stand up. And again, go down. Squeeze your glutes. Make those glutes work really hard. Your back is straight, your neck is tall. Go down again. Well done. Amazing. Now, the one leg remaining deadlift to press up. Let's go. Left side. Same principle, drive your hips back without rotation in your upper body. You're only bending forward, so no rotation, no. Slowly go down, come up. Kettlebell goes up. I really suggest using protection when working with kettlebell, especially for this movement because kettlebell is resting on your lower arm and that might cause bruising. If your skin is quite sensitive, you will have bruises and you don't want them. So have this protection. Wrap a sock around an old sock, cut the toe part and then put it around you. I have an actual metal part inside because I bruise very easily and I don't like walking covered in bruises. So rotate the kettlebell. When working with kettlebell, your wrist, never bend your wrist. Wrist is rigid just like so, because you don't need to add any extra pressure onto your joint. That's why you're securing the wrist. And when you change the position of the kettlebell, you still have that straight line in your wrist. Well done. Exhale when it's the hardest. Keep going. Amazing. And now we do the single arm Z press. So legs wide, we're eliminating legs. Make sure that you're not rounding your back. So I'm gonna show you from the side, none of this, straight back. And then from here, drive that kettlebell up. When bringing the kettlebell down, let it rest on your upper arm. before bringing it lower. So let it rest on your upper arm. From here you do a press, bring it back to that part, and then put it on the floor. Try not to bang the floor, control it. So once again, by eliminating our legs, our core has to stabilize, our spine has to stabilize our body, and this is how we work on it really effectively. Now have a sip of water, and we're gonna go into round number 3. Starting with one arm swing. I'm gonna explain further points. When you do the swing, make sure that you bend. The further you bend, the better chance the kettlebell has to fly behind you. So you're not squatting down, you're bending down, and make sure that your neck is following the spine. I was exaggerating my breath, and at the same time I wasn't, because concentration on your breath helps a lot to complete the exercise. And now, rotating toes outwards, let's go into very deep squat. But with this squat, if you start to round your back at a certain time, that means that your muscles are not ready to go all the way down. And you don't go. If you start to arch your back, say here, and then you need to all like crawl, and do it this way. Don't do it. Stop where you can keep that proper form. Do it here. And when you strengthen your muscles, when you stretch them, when they're ready for this workout, for the full of just a deeper squat, then you will go into deeper squat. You will naturally see how you go lower and lower and lower. It might not happen in one session, it might not happen in a week or 2, but then you will inevitably see the progress. And again, shift all the weights to the front standing leg, straight back, shoulders back and down. Drive your glutes behind, feel that stretch, and press up. And again, and press up. Keeping shoulders away from our ears. Well done, keep going. If you want, bring your arm to the side. If you want, keep it on your hip. This exercise works on our flexibility, works on our coordination and balance. It works on endurance as well. It works on strength because there is a weight to the kettlebell, and you work on all aspects in just one exercise. This is why I always say that the kettlebell is an amazing piece of equipment, because it targets everything, and this stabilization of your body requires you to utilize almost all the muscles, engage them in order to perform the exercises. That's why just a simple swing is so good, and it targets the entire posterior chain, which is all the muscles which you have from the top, from your neck, running down to your calves. Well done. Now, going onto the floor, the Z press, and we're alternating. So bring your legs as wide as you can, stabilize yourself just with your core, and let's go. Press, and again, press. Try to press upright rather than to the front. Go right above you. exhale when you're pressing up. Good job. Keep engaging your core. Bring it back down. The speed is comfortable towards higher speed, but form is always the priority. Well done. Guess what's gonna happen now? Don't rush into standing, as always, from seated position. Take your time. Have a sip of water. And from here, we're going to start our swing. Swing. If you feel not comfortable, go to two-arm swing. Swing it this way. When you build your confidence this way, you can start switching one, and then maybe two, and then maybe one on the other side. And when you're ready, start switching at every bend. Don't forget, glutes, hips. This is what brings the kettlebell to motion. Well done. The next one is the goblet. So hold your kettlebell upside down, toes pointing outwards, knees and toes go the same direction, and shoulders back and down. Again, go down. Really control when you touch the floor with the kettlebell. Control it. So slightest touch. And what that means, your muscles will have to be engaged constantly. They're gonna have to be contracted in order not to drop the kettlebell on the floor. Well done. Keep going. Keep going, don't give up. We have few seconds left. Amazing. And now, for the last time, we do the deadlift with a press up on our left side. So don't rotate your body. Face it straight ahead. Bend. Feel that stretch. When standing up, squeezing your glutes. Keep going. And lower it down. The wrist is rigid. No bend in the wrist. Straight line. Keep going, keep going. Amazing! We only have 2 exercises, and that's it. So stay with me, even if you're tired, stay with me. And what you need to make sure is that the weight you're using is challenging. And if you feel like, oh, I just whizzed through the whole workout, I did not feel it, check your weight. Maybe you need a slightly heavier weight, and it doesn't always mean that you need to buy a heavier kettlebell. Check your speed. Maybe you can go a little bit faster, because with kettlebell, you don't really need a 6 and a 7 and an 8 and a 9 and a 10. You normally go about 4 kilograms apart, maybe 2 kilograms, but you can challenge yourself endlessly. But always think about your form. If you're whizzing through, there is something you need to improve, because it should be manageable but challenging always. So, legs wide apart. And now, single arm. Bringing it back down. The other side. Bringing it back down. So really trying to bring that arm up in a straight line. Utilizing core. Core is engaged. Breathing. Shoulders away from our ears. Almost there. Well done. I really enjoyed this workout. It wasn't a wow workout, so it wasn't the one where I could not even like talk, but you need a different types of workouts. You need a fast-paced ones, you need those where you challenge your strength. You need those where you challenge more the range of motion, your flexibility. So you need all the variations in order to hit all the systems and bring yourself into balance. So now make sure that you stretch the whole body. And then drink plenty and enjoy your day. And don't miss tomorrow. Tomorrow is a kettlebell workout again before we move to our flexibility and mobility routine on Saturday. Love yourself and I love you all so much. And as always, I'm super grateful for all of you joining this program, this total self-love. Let's love ourselves and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye for now.